one of the hospitals in Zimbabwe, visiting a relative, of which that was a scam. The society was scammed. We were also scammed. We thought there was ZANU-PF factionalism in it, but it was Emerson Mnangagwa behind that. I saw even some of the ZANU-PF members went after Machakaire to say, why would you say that to the president on social media rather than speaking with him directly? And then we saw Mnangagwa quiet. We thought he was going to fire the men. He never fired the men. The men was part of a broader scheme, which is eventually manifested today. Guess what? Someone has been given a tender to refurbish Parirenyatwa hospital. As we are speaking, they are busy doing that particular job. Someone has got a tender. After Tino Machakaire started the story, and then Mnangagwa visited the hospital as if he is listening to Tino Machakaire, and he goes, we were shown the pictures of the state of affairs of the hospital, of which I'm sure he has been aware, because they have absolutely done nothing to the hospitals in Zimbabwe since 1980. What they inherited from the Ian Smith regime, they failed to maintain. So Emerson Mnangagwa, today there is an activity there. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, you become the very first one to watch us. So as I predicted recently, I think a few weeks ago, that there is a reason. Obviously we saw tenders, some memorandum of understanding in terms of tenders that had already been signed before Mnangagwa visited a group of hospitals, especially in Harare, and we thought maybe it was all about buying equipments for the hospitals, and Zimbabwe losing about $1 million on a monthly basis. It's not only that. Now there are tenders that have been issued to contractors, and if one were to look at those tenders, you will discover that it is the family of Emerson Mnangagwa that is actually benefiting through building that hospital at Parirenyatwa. When that is being done, ZANU-PF obviously trust they are spinning it as a development that is spearheaded by Emerson Mnangagwa. But if you want to see that there is corruption, ask yourself, that development at what cost? How much money is being actually taken from the state coffers? At the end of the day, it's Mnangagwa who is glorified. But where are they taking those monies? They are taking those monies from the taxpayers, from the taxes they generate from me and you. That is where all that money is coming. It is not a development by Mnangagwa. This is a narrative that ZANU-PF or the trolls of Emerson Mnangagwa would love to project, because they want the intention is to glorify the hand that fits them. But the reality is that that money is taxpayers' money, and instead of it being taken in proper proportions, you will discover that the contractor is given a lot of money for refurbishing. You would think that is why all these things are done secretly, and this is why they created what is called a Mutapa investment company, whose operations would not actually be subjected to going through tender processes. It was solely for this purpose, because they want to loot They don't want you, the people of Zimbabwe, to know the contracts that they are entering into. And at a very slow pace, they will be showing you legally these nitty-gritties called developments. But this development, in actual sense, it is not benefiting the people of Zimbabwe per se. It is benefiting Emmerson Mnangagwa and his family. These companies that are taking taxpayers' money in the name of doing these project refurbishments, they have started in Parirenyatwa. You will see them being done almost in all these hospitals, which one of the hospitals already was burnt down. That is a lot of money for Emmerson Mnangagwa. They are going to make sure, or to make it a point, that they actually rebuild the bent section, and that means more money that would be taken from the taxpayers. This is how corruption is done by ZANU-PF. You pay your taxes, they collect your taxes. Now, to get their hands in those taxes, they create these projects and give an impression that they are doing development for the people of Zimbabwe, highly inflate those projects so that Mnangagwa can get his shares. Maybe the company used can get also the shares. This is how actually these tenderpreneurs have all of a sudden become billionaires, millionaires in Zimbabwe. This is just for the benefit of one family, the family of Emmerson Mnangagwa, not the people of Zimbabwe. Remember, when you go to that Parirenyatwa hospital, you cannot actually use those facilities without paying. You need to pay. In Zimbabwe, things are really, really pathetic. Just imagine you are going to go through to be operated. And in order for you to be operated, you buy every equipment that they are going to use to operate you. Apart from that, you pay money for the operation to be done, and you call that, and one would ask Zimbabweans to actually celebrate this mediocre that is being done. If these hospitals that are refurbished, they are actually taking people for free, offering people free primary health care, then we would say there is development. But are the Zimbabweans getting free primary health care? No way. They are not getting free primary health care. They actually sweat to be in a hospital. You will be sick, traumatized by the sickness, trying to discover what exactly is the problem with your body. At the end of the day, also, you have to be seized with where will you get the money in order to be attended to. That is unfortunately the experiences of the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, guess what? You become the very first one